Imagine being locked in a silent stone box. No voices, no human contact, no escape. Days turn into weeks, as weeks turn into years, and slowly your mind begins to break. This wasn't a horror movie, this was real, and it happened inside one of America's most infamous prisons, Eastern State Penitentiary. Built in 1829, this prison wasn't designed just to punish criminals. It was designed to control the human mind. The people in charge believed something shocking, that complete isolation would force prisoners to reflect on their crimes and magically turn them into good citizens. But what actually happened was far more disturbing. Before we go deeper, comment below, do you think isolation can fix a criminal or destroy them? Because what you're about to see might change your answer forever. Inside Eastern State, prisoners lived in total solitude. Each inmate was locked in a small, cold cell, with thick stone walls that blocked out all sound. No talking, no seeing other prisoners, no human contact at all. Even when they were allowed outside, they wore black hoods over their heads, so they couldn't see or recognize anyone. Think about that. You don't see faces, you don't hear voices, you don't even know if anyone else exists, just silence and your own thoughts echoing endlessly. At first it sounds like discipline, but very quickly it turned into psychological torture. Within weeks, prisoners began to crack. Some started talking to themselves, others screamed for hours just to hear a sound. Many lost their sense of reality. There were reports of inmates crying uncontrollably, banging their heads against walls, laughing for no reason, completely losing their sanity. One prisoner reportedly became so unstable, he just sat in a corner, staring at nothing for days. No movement, no words, just gone. This wasn't rehabilitation, this was mental destruction. And the most chilling part, the people in charge saw this happening and continued the system anyway. The prison authorities believed they were doing something advanced, something moral, but in reality, they were running an experiment on human minds. Cold, calculated, ruthless. They ignored the suffering, they dismissed the madness, because to them, the prisoner wasn't a human being, he was a subject, a test. A broken mind was just part of the process. Ask yourself this, what kind of system watches people go insane and calls it justice? And if isolation wasn't enough, punishments inside Eastern State got even darker. Prisoners who broke rules faced brutal consequences, ice water baths, in freezing conditions, being strapped into chairs for hours without movement, total darkness in underground cells. Imagine already losing your mind in silence, and then being thrown into complete darkness. No light, no time, no sense of reality. At that point, you're not serving a sentence anymore. You're being erased. Eventually, the truth became impossible to hide. Reports of insanity, suicide, and mental collapse started spreading beyond the prison walls. Even visitors were horrified by what they saw. And slowly, the system began to fall apart. By the early 1900s, the idea of total isolation was abandoned. But for many prisoners, it was already too late. Their minds never recovered. If this shocked you, you need to watch what I'm covering next, because this wasn't the only dark secret in American history. Subscribe now for more dark and shocking truths that most people never talk about. And comment below, would you survive a week in total isolation?